Hi Gemini, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your love reading for the 16th through the 22nd. I'm getting to yours a little bit late, Gemini. I apologize for that. I'll have some more out here soon, and I'll have yours up too, but this is Gemini's 16 through 22 love reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, placements. Ooh. And we are calling in your angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anybody else. And let's see what you have going on here, Gemini. What is going on with Gemini for love? April 16 through 22. Good grief, Gemini. The first thing I'm noticing already is the big picture. The big picture is talking about overcoming grief and heartache and heartbreak. Whew. So let's see. What has happened? All right, I'm going to go through these and then I'm going to come up with some clarifiers. And then we're going to find out who you're dealing with, what they're thinking, what's going on. Okay. The next thing that I'm seeing, Gemini, is your heart of the situation. And the heart of the situation is lots of stressful nights, lots of sleepless nights, crying, sadness, grief, anxiety, and this Wheel of Fortune reversed. And it's almost like this was just not, it's like you thought that it was divine, you thought it was divine timing, or you thought this person was the fairy tale, but something, divine timing wasn't working. It wasn't the right time for this to come together, and it's caused a lot of conflict. It's caused a lot of upset, internal conflict, and sadness. Even coming from the past, it's like I've gone into some healthy self-reflection, but some deep awareness and deep reflection mode. I've kind of cut myself off a little bit and I'm going within because I'm dealing with all this stuff. Okay. So, and it also looks like your friends have some things to say about this too, which might be, we're going to find out, but that might be a good thing, Gem, because what I'm seeing and what's happening now in your present time is like there's a focus on this person maybe coming back into the picture after they've caused all this grief, and I even want to say destruction. But this could have to do with focusing on addictions, focusing on, you know, becoming addicted to something else so that you can get your mind off of this thing that's so upsetting. But this Devil card is talking about codependency, and it's talking about not being able to trust yourself, not listening to your advice from you, not listening to your intuition, getting validation from the outside, but it's getting validation from someone who's trying to manipulate you. So focusing on somebody giving you some stuff that's not good for you, whether it's advice, whether it's drugs, whether it's, you know, something, ultimately it's not serving you and it's not helping you. It's something that you're focusing on to get your mind off of this heartbreak and this upset. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about your, and this popped out while we were talking about this, and it seems like you do have friends that are trying to tell you something. And your advice card is talking about this happened for a reason, and it actually was a good thing. I know it probably doesn't feel like a good thing right now, but this foundation being overturned is your advice. It's like, keep it overturned. I feel like you have friends telling you the same thing. They're saying like, don't go back to this. So this is all coming from a place of, it's like you feel like, you know, justice wasn't served, but you feel like, you know, there's just been this abrupt cutting away of something, this cutting off, basically cutting off. And your higher self is talking about deep, deep emotions around this. It's emotions around being abandoned. It's abandonment emotions. So this is also mother emotions. This is also things that are hidden, things that are secretive, but things that you keep way down deep inside that you don't bring up. And this is bringing that stuff up for you. And your angels and guides are talking about, this can either be a person, he's coming in as a reversed King of Pentacles. This is somebody that I don't trust too very much. He's the married king that's not acting married. The interesting thing is, this is in your, I have resistance to this, but your Queen of Pentacles is coming up too. So it really does feel like this was, it either felt like it was the pair, the couple coming in, the people who are supposed to be together forever, kind of, she's the married queen, he's the married king. But anyway, your angels and guides are talking about this, this feeling of insecurity, ungroundedness, not being able to feel grounded and safe and secure. And this could be this person. This is also a card for narcissism. This is a card for somebody else thinking about their money before they think about you, or thinking about their security base before you. And that is seriously painful, especially in a relationship where you think that you are each other's counterpart, or at least you thought that. Okay, Gemini, release the idea that you don't have to make a decision right now. The universe is giving you some kind of decision to make, whether it's how you're dealing with this heartbreak, how you're dealing with this person, but you have to make a decision. Well, let me just ask about this. This is the decision in the position where you have to release this. You have to release not doing anything. I'm even hearing release being in empathy. It's time to think about yourself, Gemini, and not think about this other person and what's best for them. Right. It's like you're stuck in the past, kind of. This is about this decision that you're releasing, like release the idea you're not making a decision, or you're going into, I want to say hibernation, or you're going into escape or whatever. It's the decision you need to make is to move forward and not get stuck in the past. And I want to say this out loud. I'm not seeing this. Well, actually, I am seeing this happening now and into the near future. This is somebody coming back from the past. Oh, good. I didn't even see that yet. Okay, I was going to say, like, you have to make a decision about whether or not to get back together with somebody who comes back from the past. This is a hard one because it looks like you're really stuck in this, or it looks like you're really connected to this, and really, like, talk about, look at this Devil card. Talk about these strings, these puppet strings, these marionette strings. Like, you've got some attachments to this person. There's a reason why, they keep you hanging on. They keep you on the hook. And with this Devil card and with this reversed King of Pentacles down here, that is a lot of narcissistic energy. Somebody that's like keeping you, breadcrumbing you, or keeping you on the line, giving you a little bit and you hold on to it, and then they're gone, but then they come back. And that can be literally like they leave, or that can be emotionally. When I'm looking up your trajectory here, it's the Two of Wands reversed. So this is a possible decision having been made, but also this is about some kind of separation. So let's clarify some stuff, Gemini. I'm going to clarify with this other deck. Okay, let's clarify what is going on here, Gem. So let's first clarify this broken heart. This broken heart in the big picture. I'm feeling like, what is that show? Stranger Things, the Upside Down. I feel like you might even feel like you're in the Upside Down. That's just totally making it, that's what that reminds me of right now. Being in this other world, in this, in this world by yourself, kind of. It's like, how did I get here? What is going on? Oh gosh. Okay. And so when I'm clarifying that Three of Swords, that heartbreak card, I specifically get the Two of Cups reversed. So this separation, or this ending. Ooh, I'm hearing marriage, ending of a marriage, or ending of a relationship. Okay. Okay. So happening now and into the near future. Right. Okay. So somebody's coming back from the past, and somebody's coming back really wanting to up-level the relationship, wanting to make a leveled up commitment wanting to talk about that. Okay. And I'm going to get your advice card. Friends are telling you, don't necessarily do this. Your advice is talking about, don't necessarily recreate this foundation. This foundation might be better left as it is, but let's take a look at that. There is something about switching channels, switching frequency. You're all focused on nurturing this thing over here. It's like, okay, click, it's time to focus and nurture on a different path. So this doesn't mean not nurture that at all, but it does mean you're going to have to look at it in a different way and nurture it and grow it and rebuild it in a different way if that is what's going on. This person can't just come in and offer you some kind of up-leveled relationship if the foundation isn't. You're just going to build another tower on that upsetting foundation and it's just going to topple over. I don't see the Tower card here, but that's what the foundation is all about. I want to get some clarification on what's going on with the heart of the situation. So here's the heart of the situation. This Wheel of Fortune upside down and this Nine of Swords. It just really feels like someone, it just was the wrong timing. This was not what you were expecting. It was unexpected. Let's see. Yep, and we've got the Seven of Cups reversed and the Six of Swords reversed. So it's like there's a lot of focus. It's almost obsessive qualities, but a lot of focus on not wanting this rite of passage to happen. So like this divorce, for instance, or this ending, not wanting to move through this, not wanting to do that, not wanting that. This is devastating. It feels that way. Oh, Gemini. Okay, coming from this place of something being cut away. Yeah, and somebody feels like they have to stand up for themselves or defend themselves or be, they're being defensive. And that's why they're stepping away. It feels like they're being defensive because I feel like there's some kind of lie here. Yeah, there's a lot of love still. There's a lot of love. It's coming from a lot of love. It's also coming from a lot of passion. This also might be the lie. There might have been some kind of stepping out. Yep, and it looks like the masculine energy of the relationship was stepping out or not completely not faithful. This is the Married King, and he initially came up reversed, and now he's coming up again. So it's somebody that lied about giving somebody else attention when it came to love, giving somebody else some love attention. They got defensive and stepped back. Okay, so let's get a little clarification here about your higher self, Gem. And your higher self is like, okay, this needed to happen in order for me to dig deep and find the truth. This is not the kind of situation that I want to be in. I need the truth of this. I feel like abandonment issues, emotional abandonment, physical abandonment, but your higher self is saying you needed the truth. And it's not just the truth about what happened that was kind of shady, that was under the surface that somebody didn't want to talk about. It's also your truth about what you are going to accept in a relationship and what you're going to accept in your life, what kind of behavior or treatment you're going to accept. And I want to get some clarification what your higher angels and guides want to say about this Married King acting unmarried. Yeah. This has something to do with his ego. It has something to do with like kind of getting his ego stroked. You know, he wanted the attention and he wanted to feel powerful. That's interesting because that whole energy of supply, for instance, got some cards that fell here. That whole energy, it's just somebody, the masculine energy, doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman here, it's just masculine energy. They wanted their ego stroked and they wanted more attention. Right. And they beelined to it, like they went for it. They got it really fast. I just want to ask your person here, like, what's going on? This is the person that's trying to come back in pretty soon to ask for a leveled up commitment. I'm not necessarily seeing a new person here. So I feel like it's that person, it's that same person, but and they're saying it wasn't the right time before, but it's the right time now. I feel like they certainly know what to say, Gemini. They certainly know what to say to you. What else are you saying? You know, it wasn't the right time, but it is now. The thing is, though, I don't feel like they're saying they're coming in and they're offering some leveled up commitment. And then when I ask them what kind of stuff they want to say to you, they're like, we'll see. They're kind of saying, like, I feel like they're, whoa, Gemini, I feel like they might be blaming you for their actions with this justice card. I feel like they might be blaming you and they might be saying that justice has happened. They're also saying that justice has happened because they realize the faults of their ways. Like I feel like they're pretty slick, but they're also saying something's come full circle. They're not doing this anymore. It's the end. Do I believe this? For some reason, I don't. But is this the truth? Like, let's ask, okay, what I'm asking is what's going on happening now and into the near future, right? So somebody's coming back from the past, somebody's asking for a leveled up relationship, and what's happening into the near future, like somebody is pissed and somebody is saying some words. It might be you, Gemini. It might be like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? I have some choice words for you. And wow. Okay, so this is a pretty much a head over heart type of communication, a clear, straightforward communication, taking out the emotions of it. I feel like there's some anger here, but your person is coming to you and trying to be really very clear. Like, I know what it is that I want now. I know my situation. I know what's right. And what's right is not giving up on this right now. Not giving up on this just yet. Wow. It is like being kind of on hold, but it's like being in an incubation period. So it's not bringing it full circle. It's not ending it. It's like slowing it down. And this person is worried about you being distracted, Gemini. This person's worried about you leaving and focusing your attention somewhere else. They don't want you to change channels. They don't want you to focus on it differently. They don't want you to do it differently. They're saying they will do it differently, and they know what they want right now. They understand what they were lacking and what they want now, what they but it's kind of like they got a fix and now they're back. Oof. Right. We've got two of these. We've got two of these. Two of Wands reversed. This is the separation, the parting of ways, the parting of the partnership. Okay, so there's some resistance to being this married woman, but I feel like the reason the resistance is there, or this, married feminine energy, is because you don't want to do it by yourself. And this could be just long-term commitment or serious commitment, but what's the resistance? Let's get a little clarification on that, please. Yeah, the resistance is this Emperor reversed or the King of Pentacles reversed. I have resistance to being the counterpart to this person who is not treating me with respect. Oof. And you're like, I need to rebuild a foundation. I need to rebuild this foundation. What I really want is this family. I want this legacy. I want all these resources. And what are they willing to give? What they're saying is they're willing to give that. They're willing to make you happy, Gemini. They're willing to do that. And it's almost like, let's give it to God. Let's surrender. This person is like surrendering. They're also, I feel like, willing to go to therapy, willing to work on it. Okay, I want to look at your advice and your trajectory. So advice. So your advice is to continue to be in hermit mode. So that's where you were, and that's where your advice is telling you to stay put just for a little bit. Till when? Like, yeah, it's telling you to hold on to your resources, time, energy, effort, love, money, companionship, information, like all those things that make you feel safe and solid and secure. You hold on to that right now for yourself. So let's look at your trajectory, Jim. And your trajectory is talking about, like, this ain't your first rodeo. This is like, for me, it's like there really isn't any room to jump off a cliff right now. You have to use the things that you have learned and the things that you already know, the things that have made you wise, the things that your experiences, the knowledge that your experiences have brought to you. It's like, use those things. It's not time to go out on a limb right now. This is you thinking about the future, and this is you with your ships coming in. This is your manifesting. Things are going to, come to you. You just have to give it a chance. And yeah, it's like, right now, if you feel, if you are if you leap before you look kind of thing, or if you make a fast decision without thinking about all the information that you have gathered, all this wisdom that you have gathered, it feels like there's going to be some great halt. It's more like a stop, like a stunted growth kind of thing. It's all of a sudden things are going to stop. You're going to put yourself into a place of reevaluation, and it's going to keep you from moving forward. It's just like an obstacle in the road there, right? And the trajectory again is that Four of Wands reverse. It's like the foundation. You have to think about the foundation. What if you just jump back into the same foundation? It's going to be the same thing again. You have to think about the future and what the future is going to look like, and it's not time to just leap and have faith. It's like, no, there's some very specific things that have to be dealt with here to create. I'm hearing a field of community, which is interesting, but a field, like an energetic field of community, but there's something that needs to be restructured. It's the foundation of the relationship. Okay, Gemini, I want to ask your romance oracle what it wants to say. Good grief. What does your romance oracle want to tell you? What do your guides and angels want to tell you about this situation? This is a pretty big doozy of a situation, Gemini. What do you want to say, oracle? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Well, that makes complete sense to me. I feel like there's a lot of karma that is that's resolving itself here, or that's like being put on the table to be looked at and resolved. And trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. I feel like that trust and faith is more so not about trust and faith in the relationship so much as it's trust and faith in what it is that you know and what it is that you want. This person feels like, I mean, the Six of Cups for me, it is like somebody coming back from the past, or the possibility. This is also about soulmates. It's also about past lives. So this past life relationship, like, it's not full circle yet. It's not complete. There's some karmic stuff. This is talking about staying optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path right now. I feel like the religious factors too, talking about things that you grew up with, think about that in terms of what works and what doesn't work. Because early on, your higher self was talking about this, bringing up stuff like abandonment issues that you were having to deal with. So it's not just about what's going on in this relationship, though it is what it is, but it's bringing up stuff from the past that you're wanting to get clarity and truth on. So just keep that in mind, Gemini. Staying optimistic, you'll move through this, but what you need to focus on, what it is that you need. If you decide to stay in this relationship, what is it that you need? And just believing this person without having some kind of a conversation with them about what needs to change and be rebuilt, and just like jumping out on a limb, that something needs to happen before you just can come back together. But clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, very soon. There you go. Okay, Gemini. Let me know how this resonated for you. And I'm looking forward to your next reading toward the end of the month. Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.